All right, we're live now on YouTube.com. Say hello to all the people that aren't watching us right now.
Hello, YouTube robots.
Hi, Mom.
And
Yo! Finger guns.
and possibly the dozen or so that'll watch us at a later point in time. So we're starting a new module tonight that's going to cover multiple sessions. It's based on published Fantasy Flight module called Friends Like These, but as you can guess, with characters that are at this level and with these kinds of experiences, you're not going to get exactly the same thing that's in that module. And so if you're watching because you want to know what the module's like, you'll get a feel for it, but it's not exactly like what you're going to see here. You can trust me on that. So with that, we'll go ahead and set the scene. It's early in the watch, like the equivalent of probably about 1 or 2 a.m. when all of you are awoken from your sleep aboard the Liberator, having just arrived maybe a couple of days before that altogether. And you're all awoken because a signal is coming in from the regional sector command. And the signal, I'll put it in chat, says this. And you are now gathered together in the ready room that's near the bridge on the Liberator to kind of talk things over and decide how you're going to go about kind of getting the ship moving in the direction that it needs to go to respond to this signal. Some of you have probably been sleeping for 2 or 3 hours. Maybe some of you have stayed awake a little bit during the night.
I need some coffee. Some calf, please.
Now you find yourselves trying to figure out what to do with this message.
First, Andy, can you go get me some calf?
No.
Andon, don't talk anymore.
Okay.
Alright, hold on. Let me go get some coffee. Does anyone else need anything? Before we figure out what we're doing here? Take that silence as no. Okay.
How we feeling about this look? I got the trench coat on, but no shirt. Is it working? Do I not have enough definition in the chest? Like, how we feeling on this? Yay or nay? Can we
Sure, would be improved. How long? What's our ETA to this planet?
That's a question for the math geek over here.
I can figure that out. Hold on. Matt, what role would that be to get to this planet?
Kira figures it's going to be about 5 hours.
Okay, it's just going to be about 5 hours. Okay.
It means you've got time to go do some crunches, Andon.
Yeah, just or get one of the airbrushes they use on the X-Wings while they go to town.
Then I expect we'll be there in 5 hours. Captain? Do we have a captain?
Do we have a captain?
I always assumed we had sort of an overworked executive officer played by Patton Oswalt. Or not Patton Oswalt, what's the name of the guy? He was the creepy uncle on Arrested Development. David Cross.
Yeah, I just need to come up with an EXO NPC for you all to abuse constantly.
I'm thinking like that
when you want to go off and do other things.
Grad student on Archer.
Alright, so... now, what does this message say again? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you replay it, please, now that I'm like, awake-ish, kinda?
We are on our way to Xornn.
Oh, we just decided we were going?
We are en route.
Well, let's get on our way. Can we park the Liberator kinda maybe outside the system proper and just do a quick hop in on the Spirit?
What do we know about this planet?
It's round.
Yeah, anybody. It is a round planet. Anybody that wants to can make a knowledge outer rim check.
That's your forte, isn't
Also,
it? DC?
also knowledge warfare average.
Okay. I'm helping.
And after we do that, we'll roll for destiny. Shame on all of you for not reminding me about that.
Oh my gosh, I'm not supposed to
Average
remind
is
the GM of
2,
things. Yes, average is 2. We all know something.
Very smart.
Yeah. So Dancel and Kira have heard the name before, and they've picked up on the fact that they've heard of rebel ships going and having some repairs done there, kind of on the down low in the past.
Do you need to clear the destiny pool?
Yeah, I did already.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So everybody, go ahead and roll now.
I'm liking this.
It's a good start.
For some reason, we didn't register one of those dark sides in the.
One of Cribbin's.
Yeah. Did you Cribben, when you rolled? Did you roll the destiny pool section of the character sheet?
No, like the past 3 times I fucked it up.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna add a dark side point into it. That'll.
No, don't.
There we go. So that gets you 6 and 2 now.
I like that.
So, yeah,
I like those odds.
Yeah, and in the meantime, let's see who got the warfare checks. Andon and Cribben seem to recall that there was a fairly significant battle there during the Clone Wars. And in
remember
fact,
the words "Battle of Xornn," and that's it.
And then, in fact, Cribben knows that there was a battle droid factory that was located there during the Clone Wars.
Does everyone relay this information to everybody else?
Yes.
Okay. There's a battle droid factory? Someone said? Hey, was this planet like a lava planet by any chance? Does it have a lot of lava? Does anyone know this? Like,
Do our results reveal that information as well, man?
Yeah, nobody really knows that.
Can
I'm not sure of the train.
I was gonna say, can I start? As soon as we've established this, where this message is trying to send us, can I do 2 things? I'd like to try and see if this message is legitimate or if it,
Okay.
if it could be faked,
Okay.
hypothetically.
Okay.
And then secondly, I'd also, as soon as we started talking about going to this place, start maybe doing a little bit of research on the planet.
Okay. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is a hard computers check with 2 boost die, because you've got access to all the protocols on your on the Liberator systems. So it's not going to be difficult to have the tools you need to check on it, although to really look, you're still going to take a close look. That's what the hard check is about.
Okay. So hard being 3, correct?
Yes, I'm sorry, 3 purple, and then you can add 2 blue into that, plus anything
this
else
was
your
last thing, or
talents give you.
computers.
Yeah. Yeah, so you have a very high level of confidence that this came from a legitimate source.
Okay. And then I guess in the background after that, I can start doing research.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and make an average computers check, and maybe I'll feed you a few things in chat while everybody else is talking.
Got it.
Matt, is there any kind of check I could make or simple ask for someone to know about the people who we are going to help? I assume we don't know that much about.
I think you could. It's something you could look up. You don't really know much more, except it's been a repair facility in the Outer Rim for some rebel ships.
Would Kara know more about the repair facility, considering she's a pretty high up there mechanic?
Not really, because she's never been there before, and you've never really had a reason either with any of the ships that you've been on, the Blue Radiance, the Spirit, any of the others, to go there for repairs.
Okay. All right then. Kara's gonna be like, well, as soon as we get there, this might actually be really nice if it's a repair facility. Maybe I can meet some other mechanics, get some on board. We kind of have a bare bones crew in the engine room. Yeah. How much longer till we get there?
About 4 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we can jump ahead whenever you want to. But we still got a couple of checks that are pending.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what kind of knowledge check did you want me to make here?
I'm sorry. Yeah. So who's doing the check now?
So this is going to be Dancel, trying to just research on the planet a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to make an average, actually just a computer's check.
Oh, okay. In that case, sorry, I may have some stuff to modify the pool more.
Okay. So while you all are talking, Corvin Dare comes wandering by. He's somebody that the newer characters aren't necessarily going to recognize, but he's a kind of an ancient archaeologist that's kind of fallen in with this particular crew. And he kind of
Matt
looks
Damon.
in there a little bit, kind of gazes into the room for a moment, and says, "Boy, you're up early. I'm usually the only one up this time of day. What's going on?"
Oh, living the dream. Just a long sip of her coffee.
I didn't see that we were scheduled to go into hyperspace, but it feels like we did a few minutes ago. What?
Well, have you been reading the briefings? That hasn't stopped us before, apparently.
Handon.
Well,
We've
sure
been
we're the
alerted
talk of the
that
town.
sympathizers on Xornn are in desperate need of assistance. We are en route.
He said, Xornn. He says, "I've heard of that somewhere."
There was a battle there, Battle of Xornn. That's all I remember.
Yeah, he says that might have something to do with it. It seems like I'll have to go look into it a little bit more, but it seems like there was something relating to the Sith that was rumored to have some goings on there, but it was some time ago.
Xornn?
Like centuries
Hold
ago.
on. Wait. Rewind. The Sith and Xornn where we're going, correct?
No, there's no Sith any longer there that I know of, he says.
I know that.
We're talking about centuries ago.
Okay, because what else do you know about this planet?
He says, it's been a long time. I'm going to have to go look at my research on it. But I'll get back with you in a little bit on it.
Is there lava?
He says, I really don't know. It's just the name and some recollection of it having an association with the Sith is all I know right now.
Okay, alright, cool, thanks. There. You want some coffee? You want some coffee?
And he says,
Can
no,
you go get me?
no thanks, I'm heading back to the library.
Can you get me another cup while you're up, maybe?
Sure, he says.
Oh, thanks. Here's Kara's mug, says world's greatest Jedi on it. Or galaxy's greatest Jedi.
Not much of an early morning person, Kara.
Not. Usually I am, but getting woken up at whatever standard time this actually is, after a really bad dream, it's kind of hard to wake up, you know?
And is just going to start walking back and forth behind Kara so his voice comes in either ear and is just like, to tell what is real anymore, isn't it?
And stop.
Well, don't draw attention to yourself.
What do you mean draw attention to myself?
I don't know. Talking about we're all having it hard waking up in the morning. I need my beauty rest.
You were drawing attention to yourself by asking people, hey, should I tone up my abs while I'm in my jacket? Like...
Yeah, but then they're laughing with me, not at me.
No one's laughing at me, are they? I hope not. Okay. Anyways, Kara's gonna go back to...
So what's the plan? Are we just gonna... Should we take the Liberator in nearby and then jump in the Spirit?
Danzel, let me know if you got that.
What am I getting?
Chat. Whispering in chat.
No, I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Let me try it again. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong here, but I'm going to try it again.
Are you attempting to whisper in Discord or in Roll20?
In Roll20.
Alright, then I will be of no use
There
to
it
you.
is.
Proceed.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I forgot how to do it too. Whisper. There we go, I can do it. /W.
And I know one of the things that they were asking about was, the terrain. Is there? Do I have that information as well?
Yeah.
And when you say active, that's the hot kind, right?
Yeah, active is yeah, that's the hot kind. Yes. Sorry.
Fun. Okay. So Danzel, who's over been, click clack and nerding away in his corner on the one of the consoles, is gonna kind of chime in. Yes, there's lava.
All right, cool. That's great. Stancil, you probably know from all your top secret information you have on me. I don't know if Cribben knows as well, but may as well just say it. Right before we woke up, I was having a dream in which we were on a lava planet. There were clone troopers fighting battle droids. I believe there were some Geonosians there. And I saw what appeared to be a Jedi fighting a Sith. And then I kind of woke up. So, yeah, apparently I was having a dream about this planet we're going to.
Well, it's lovely that you have such an active imagination even at your age.
I'm sorry, what?
Like creative spirit alive. That'll it's pretty
No.
useful.
No. This is like actual things that happen. I have these dreams sometimes, and they apparently sometimes it's the future, but I guess this time it's the past. So
you need to go see Nata Ali, see if you get checked over a little bit.
As much as I hate to admit this, she's usually onto some weird shenanigans.
Yeah, I can move stuff with my mind.
Thank you for the information, Ms. Towan.
Thank you, Cribben, for that nice acknowledgement. Kara doesn't know how to... What was that?
Danzel just kind of mutters over in the corner, "Spice is hell of a drug, eh?"
Can Kara throw something at him with the Force?
We obviously know she can.
Can I just... Yeah, no. Can Kara just levitate her mug over to him?
Have some calf.
Matt, can Kara do that?
Yeah, you can do a move check if you want.
All right, cool.
Do you need to get to work?
But you know what? You're gonna take conflict if you do it. Yeah,
What? I'm just
take two
levitating
conflict.
it over to him.
You're just trying to show off. You can do it. You're going to take 2 conflict if you do, though.
Okay, fine.
Who are you floating it over to?
Danzel, because he doesn't believe her. I'll just use that 1 pip.
All right. So the mug, you manage to move the mug a few, make it float through the air for maybe a foot or 2. This is only 1 pip. I'm not looking at the table right now, but and then it sets itself back down on the table, and you feel eerily icky about the thing you just did.
A little bit, but gotta get this guy to believe.
Well, why don't you go get the IFF transponder Spirit believable with this code we're supposed to broadcast?
Alright, fine, I'll go do that. Can I have tripod?
Yes, you may
Alright,
borrow
thank
tripod.
you. I can have my droid back for
The Alliance's droid? I mean, they're billing me for the boots, so apparently it's the Alliance's droid.
Alright, fine. Kara's gonna go wander off to the Spirit to get things ready. She's gonna go get her droid. She's gonna mutter. Get more coffee. So what do I need to do on the Spirit now?
Well, we have an IFF code we're supposed to broadcast.
What's the Liberator's hangar bay like? Like, what's the Spirit stored in?
They have managed to create kind of a makeshift. It's really, the Spirit's only designed to carry a couple of squadrons of fighters, but they've managed to create a small makeshift hangar bay where the Spirit can kind of land and can be contained within the Liberator. They've given up a little bit of cargo space for that.
Neat.
Yeah, but it's really that its air capabilities are really 2 squadrons and the Spirit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
When do we get our second squadron?
So you have 1 squadron divided into 2, don't you?
Well, I have 2 squads.
2 squads.
I mean, normally they go in as 2 groups, but there's 12 fighters.
Okay, I stand corrected. It's 2 squads of 12 fighters, and that's all it's capable of carrying, I think. So.
Well, I don't know. Normally a squadron is 12, but I group them into groups of 6 for minion group purposes. So.
Okay.
Sir Andon, you ever thought about putting in some racks there in the hangar? Use up some of that upper storage space for a few more starfighters?
I mean, they have to grant us more starfighters first. I mean, we're still down a pilot, and I mean, yeah, I'd love to sit here and watch some A-wings or B-wings or Y-wings go by too, but we also haven't been deployed to any hot zones where they're probably better served somewhere else.
Well, Denzel's making a TIE fighter joke.
Oh, yeah, I don't like sending people out in suicide coffins.
Is that why we don't have Y-wings?
Yeah, besides the coffins made by Cohen Sayer Manufacturing. Yeah.
So what is IG up to during all of this?
He's just hanging out. Not really doing nothing. He's just taking in all the info.
Would IG know about battle droid facilities?
No, not particularly. I mean, I don't think his memory would have this in it.
He never really got out of the production phase anyway.
Just
he didn't actually fight in the Clone Wars or anything like that.
Aw. Poor IG. Is that why he gets all his fight out now?
Yeah.
All those back years of not fighting. Okay.
Well, his facility was blown up before he could be deployed, so kind of a research facility.
That's kind of sad. I'm sorry, IG. Got to unlock his tragic backstory.
After all this time.
After all this
Soon
time.
we'll get some more dialogue with him, and then we'll get to bone him.
Yeah.
This isn't Mass Effect.
Or Dragon Age.
So, when we get this signal up, are we just going to communicate these to these people, or are we just going to go there?
Well, we're supposed to go and broadcast the signal, and then I assume they'll be in touch.
Okay. So are we just gonna take the spirit out there once we
That
get
was
out of
my plan.
hyperspace? Okay.
I mean, if they're going to be that low key where they want us broadcasting an IFF or whatever, then we probably shouldn't just park an MC-40A in orbit.
That's true, yeah. It might raise suspicions. What do you think this is about?
I don't know.
Empire's
Based on
doing
your
some bad
dream,
things.
nothing good.
Well, the Empire's always doing bad things.
That hits.
We can assume it isn't direct military action, or they wouldn't have sent us.
We're not that bad.
Don't tell my pilots that, you know. I have to keep them around.
That is true. I mean, Crash is probably always positive. He's such a good guy. Isn't he, IG?
And
I think Crash
I'm
is
getting
the best.
echoes again. I got for briefly off of
sorry.
Kira. Yeah, that's all right.
Taylor, we need to invest in new microphones.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let me make sure my volume didn't creep itself all the way back to max again.
It probably did. Yes, Dancel, it's a pilot named Crash. That's his nickname, and he's actually a pretty good X-Wing pilot.
All right, let's try this. I turned myself back down.
Best pilot in the squadron, from what I hear.
Yeah, he is. He's way better than Andon. Wink.
It's enough from the peanut gallery.
Yeah,
Crash is good.
you can see him in the you can see his at least a picture of him in the NPC list of NPCs. I think crew members.
Yeah, he's in there. Crash Rain.
Yeah.
It's not his real name, but Bort B-Wing. That's a pretty long nickname.
I mean, was he born with that? Because that's...
What's Sheebs? Shebs? How would you pronounce that?
Shebs?
Yeah, what dialect is that?
I don't know.
Slicers have a whole slang that we don't get to access. They're on an advanced slang level.
Oh, good.
Oh.
They've got like a thieves' cant.
Their lead
Because
speak.
the internet is because of all the language filters.
Yep. Great. So the future is programmed by Twitch TV nerds. Praise the sun.
Okay, so and Matt, what else do we need to do before we get out of hyperspace?
You tell me if you want to do anything else.
I'm gonna get actually properly dressed because I don't want to go meeting someone in my pajamas.
Yeah, I better get my proper band shirt and jacket on.
So Kara's gonna mosey on back to her room and get all her equipment.
Get some rest before we get there, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm
guess.
wide awake now.
Yeah, now she's full of caffeine. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah, I'm full of calf. I'm ready to go. Maybe I'll just try and meditate a bit or something before we get there. Matt, can I do a 4C check?
Yes. Yes.
Yay! I'll use 2 of those. I'm not going to use any of the dark side points. Because I'm in a good mood.
Kate's here.
Kate's here!
Here she is.
Yay.
Okay, we gotta be sure she knows to.
Yeah.
Kate woke up late.
Excuse me.
Alright, Matt,
All right,
so I'm going to use those
So you got
2.
2 of them.
Yes.
All right.
Just 2 details. Just...
Sure.
Hello.
Hey, sorry.
Hey, there she is.
Hello.
My bad.
It's okie dokie.
Not a problem. All right,
Not Ollie.
so we're gonna have not Ollie kind of wander in a little bit later, having not been woken up by the signal, or maybe there was a malfunction in the computers where they didn't signal her in her room. So she thinks the day's just getting started, and
morning,
is kind of
Ollie. You
looking
ready to
around,
go?
curious.
So
Glad
are
of you
we
to
on
join
the,
us. What was that, Brad? I'm sorry.
Are we on the bridge or like in the?
You're kind of you're in a ready room.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just remember to double check my alarm in the morning.
We all got special messages. Did you get a special message?
And I will check for any special messages.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like there's some kind of glitch in the security clearances that you've been given so far. Can be fixed pretty easily, but that's why you didn't get it yet.
Yeah, Nata Ali just kind of shakes her head, bewildered.
Welcome to Xornn. We're going to go rescuing people. We don't know who, but Kara had a bad dream about it. And with her force juju, that's usually bad news. It means our lives are about to get a lot more interesting. The kind where I'm really, really good at flying and beating stuff up. It's less flashy.
Oh, well.
Till they hit the
Guess I'm
news.
going to have a quicker breakfast than usual today.
Well, nobody's hurt yet, so, fingers crossed.
Fingers
I mean,
crossed.
that nobody gets hurt, not that we'll suddenly have a lot for you to do.
Kara's gonna finally meander her way out of her room in her armor and her stick, and kind of sit down next to everybody and wave to Nata. Hey, glad to see you're awake. You want some cold coffee?
Cold coffee, not the worst.
Yeah, it's in a mug that says Galaxy's Greatest Jedi.
Somehow less fitting.
Hey, it's my...
All right, so
And did you not spray all that stuff over you? It smells literally like grease, like a grease fire.
Well, I'm clearly not going to shower this morning, so that's what you get.
Oh my god, no. Oh god.
So, all right, since the discussion has gotten down to body spray, I think might be good to get out of hyperspace now. So, are we coming out close to or away from the planet with a hop on the Wayward Spirit? What was the decision on that?
I think we're gonna land a little, or get out a little bit farther away from the planet.
Just outside the system.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the Liberator has come out of hyperspace, and it's sitting in deep space near the system now, like where you could approach it with the Wayward Spirit on sublight engines if you want to.
Works for me. And you're the pilot, go on ahead. Bring her on in.
All right, Ann's going to bring it on in to orbit over Xornn and start broadcasting that friendly IFF, which he has put the correct code in, but he's changed the name of the ship to Xornn to be Wild.
To Xornn to be wild?
Yeah. So
Okay.
while they're broadcasting this false IFF frequency, that's what he's got as the ship name.
Instead of the Wayward Spirit, it's Xornn
Yeah, it's,
to be
instead of
wild.
the tramp, it's the tramp freighter Xornn to be Wild.
Yeah, so you get back, as you're approaching the planet, you get back kind of a response that's like, okay, you are cleared to land in landing shaft Besh. And as you're approaching the planet, you see it's kind of a rust-covered world. It's got these muddy orange clouds, and you can see as you get closer these faint specks of what are a debris field that become more and more distinct. They kind of begin to grow as you get closer to the planet, and they finally become identifiable largely as starship wreckage. It's just all over orbit in the planet, and you see, among other things, this huge bulk hauler that is anchored to the remains of a cruiser. You think it's conducting salvage, but you're not really sure what it's doing.
Andon's gonna point at anything recognizable and just be like, "Oh, look at the acclimator! Wow, and look at that's almost an entire Arc 170."
Yeah, anybody that wants to can have a look at it. You can check Underworld, you can check Outer Rim, you can check Streetwise, you can check piloting space. Your choice.
Check piloting space.
What about mechanics?
I'll check piloting space. What are we checking?
No mechanics. Average.
What?
I guess I won't really, and my force dice don't really apply to this because of
yeah, it's not a dexterity
check,
based,
so
yeah.
we can ignore those.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, we're average. You can do any check you want of the file. Oh, mechanics is available. I apologize. Mechanics,
Okay.
piloting space, warfare, Underworld, Outer Rim, Streetwise.
Oh, geez, I don't need all those force die on there. Okay. Ignore the force die.
Yeah, actually, Andon gets a really close look at this thing that seems to be salvaging. It's not salvaging. It is actually a very cleverly camouflaged repair yard, and it's doing work on a ship that is apparently there for being for repairs, and you can tell that it's just been this very heavily modified, awkward-looking. It's got arms that are coming out of it. It's just a very weird-looking device, but it works as kind of almost like a hidden repair yard. Is functionally what it is. Let's see.
It's been one of those triumphs for my knowledge specialization to get 4 more successes.
Which one am I looking at?
What?
I'm sorry. Let's see here. It is.
saying
That'll be 8
triumphs.
successes.
I don't
Oh
see
wait, what I'm
triumph.
thinking? Not triumph. Wait, is it triumph?
It is
Sorry.
triumph for knowledge specialization.
Never
Though.
mind. I'm going back to my corner.
Yeah.
Street cred lost. Turn in your card.
Right.
Does Kara know this as well with her success, or
Kara is picking up on the same thing, but she's able to more appreciate how clever this design is.
oh, she is like giddy in her seat looking at this stuff.
So in the meantime, Dancel is kind of looking at the ship that's being repaired. It's something between a freighter and a capital ship. It's called the Icary 7, and he's actually heard of it before. It's a pirate ship that operates along the Kranen-Skarga hyperspace route, mainly harassing Imperials.
Let's try and keep a man as here. There's some rough characters about. It's and who'd pass on that information about that ship. But that's a well-known pirate ship.
Oh, pirates. Great.
Yeah, Nada got all those advantages. Nada got enough advantages to kind of recognize. She's kind of thought she recognized it, and now that he's said that, she can see it for sure. That's what it
That's
is.
exactly what I was hoping for.
Well, with my improved researcher, and this is actually true, not triumphs, but on just a success, all my allies gain 2 success on checks to act on the facts till the end of the turn. So sure, everybody gets little bonuses.
All right, so now that she's looking at it even more closely, she she actually recognizes the ship. There is a captain, a Togrutan captain by the name of Skavi Renlo, that she's known some people that have crossed paths with him before. He's fairly well known in this area.
Yeah, so Nada will also kind of pass along the information regarding the captain.
And what was the name there again?
Skavi, I'll spell it for you.
What kind of pirate are we talking? Like the slaver kind, or the congratulations Imperials, you've just had your guns liberated kind?
It's definitely the latter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was asking Cribbin or Dancel, I suppose.
So, in Star Wars parlance, he probably falls more in the area of the Han Solos and Lando Calrissians of the underworld than the Jabbas and the slavers and those kind of things. Yeah, maybe even a kind of a Hondo. That's a good comparison too. That's his reputation.
He's the less mean type, as long as you know.
He has a lot of Jedi friends. He's not trying to kill them. Good pirate.
Less
Good,
bad.
pirate. Yes. We need to get planetside. I need to talk to whoever made this stuff. This is amazing.
And as you get closer, you can actually see off in the distance. It looks like there's a second one of those repair ships that are in operation.
I need to get one.
The whole planet's covered in these.
I need to get one.
You need to get a space station?
Yeah, just open up a space station. Do repairs. Once all the war's over, that's what I'm going to do. Just do repairs for the rest of my life.
Right. Yeah. So the ship enters into the planet's atmosphere, and the thing that Andon immediately notices is that it's very difficult to control the spirit as it heads through kind of the stratosphere, the middle atmosphere onto the planet. You would not want to try to take something as small as an X-wing through this, but you manage to land the ship or get the ship to landing shaft Besh without too much difficulty. And what happens once you get there is that there's kind of this giant hole that seems to have been excavated into the ground. And the ship actually goes down inside of that hole and down and down and down until it reaches a landing platform.
Geonosis style.
Geonosis style, exactly. This is, for anybody that's familiar with Geonosians, this looks like some kind of an inversion of a Geonosian tower that's going down into the ground.
I am not comfortable with the ship being this far from daylight.
It's not in daylight when it's on the ship and we're in hyperspace.
Yeah, but I can take off in any direction when I'm in space. Like, there's only one way out.
I'm sure it's fine, Andy.
Well, just
if
in
you
general.
want, after we talk to people, maybe you can find a place to put it planetside.
Oh boy.
Put it under a giant tarp.
Horrible scouring atmosphere up there. Take all the green paint off it.
You can repaint it.
You can repaint it. You're engineering.
All right, so it looks like there's a party that's heading out to greet you at the exit ramp for the ship.
Okay.
Do we know if these are the people we're here to meet, or they're just coming because we landed here?
They look kind of like they're expecting you, and they've kind of assembled some of their. They look pretty ragtag, but as much as a VIP could look like on a makeshift operation like this, a party to greet VIPs, that's what they would look like.
We lost Brad. Or at least from Roll20. There he is.
Yeah.
There, he's back. All right.
Can I see any visible weapons on them, or like defenses in the hangar, like turrets or shields or anything like that?
Go ahead and make an average perception check. Yeah, so you can see a couple of them are carrying blasters. That's not uncommon in the Outer Rim.
Yeah, especially
They don't. I mean, they're not loaded for ambushing you as soon as you walk out. But there's definitely several of them that are armed.
Okay. Nothing that would draw a second look though out here.
No, not from you. Not from what you've seen in the past.
Pretty standard blasters and stuff, right?
Yeah. Like blaster pistols at their side, got a vibro knife here and there.
Yeah, let's let Cribben do the talking.
All right, so Cribbins walks down the ramp, and there's a young man that's with them that steps ahead of all the rest of them and says, "Thanks for coming. We're grateful that you came so quickly. My name is Cal Corsa. I'm the cacique of the clan assembly here on Xornn.
Pleasure to meet you.
And I've got a few people that are with me. One is my security chief, Bellows. You can see him back here. The woman that's pouting, that's my chief engineer. Her name is Lyra Harden, and at that, Lyra just kind of rolls her eyes and
Our chief
kind of
engineer pouts a lot
guffaws.
and rolls her eyes a lot too.
Kara's gonna pout and roll her eyes.
And he introduces you to some other VIPs that are there that are part of the group, and says, "Now, if you'll welcome to Foundry 4. Now, if you'll follow me." And he invites you to follow him across a walkway and deeper into the facility.
All right. Kara's gonna follow behind. Is there any more equipment or mechanical stuff going on?
Not that you see at the moment, but a few seconds later, you begin to walk through what looks like a very large. You can make an average mechanics check to check on that.
Can I ask Kira her opinion on that and
Sure.
do it as an assisted check?
Yeah.
Sorry,
What do
dog.
you want to know exactly?
What kind of quality do you think we're looking at here?
Yeah. So ignoring the dark side pits.
Forced.
Yeah. Kira, these look to be very well assembled replacement components. I mean, they're clearly not of the same quality as what you would get from the manufacturer. Or dug out. That all looks very familiar to you.
Okay. Kara's going to keep an eye out for anything else that she may have remembered from that.
Did we ever get details from your foresee, or did he just whisper those?
He just whispered.
Oh,
to me.
okay.
And
What kind of
and Corsa says to Cribben, "I'm sorry to bring you here, and you're headed toward this area here that's called a control center. That's where he's leading you."
Okay. So, hey, Matt, are these the exact same things Kara saw in her dream?
Not the exact same things, but the colors, the hues, the Geonosian style of the way that the Starship Component Factory. You come in. You're actually coming in from this direction here and kind of walking across these platforms that are suspended above lava, and you can see there's arms being constructed in one area, Starship components in another. There's some makeshift homes that are sitting on one of the platforms across from you. We're going to have an urgent situation that we need to talk to you about.
Can't wait to hear it.
What kind of quality are these arms and components that are being assembled here? Are these reasonably good quality, or are these mass-produced trash?
Really top, they must have some molds or something from the good Corellian stuff, and they're using that. Looks like they're using some pretty heavy Durasteel too. And Kara's just going to kind of ramble on about mechanic stuff for a bit that I can't do because I don't know that much apparently. So
Yeah. So as as Cribben, and you can make a average mechanics check to check on that.
Can I ask Kira her opinion on that and
Sure.
do it as an assisted check?
Yeah.
Sorry,
what do
dog.
you want to know exactly?
What kind of quality do you think we're looking at here?
Being made on a backwater planet in the outer rim. Yeah, so ignoring the dark side pits.
Of course.
Yeah, Kira, these look to be very well assembled replacement components. I mean, they're clearly not of the same quality as what you would get from the manufacturer. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the construction's great.
Kind of leading the group. Some of you have kind of fallen in near Hardin, and she seems to really have an attitude about everything that's going on here. I mean, she doesn't seem happy at all, and she's pretty quiet.
Kara's gonna kind of scoot up next to her and be like, "So you're the head mechanic?"
She says, "Yeah, I've been the head mechanic here for several years. Not
Sweet.
particularly friendly, not nearly as friendly as my yeah sounded there a second ago, but yeah."
So Kara's gonna try and like small talk her about mechanical stuff, like, "Hey, what's your favorite type of ship to work on? What's been the best? Have you made anything really cool? Maybe what's her education, or did she kind of just learn it on her own?" Just try and talk shop with her.
Well, the hardest stuff we do, she says, is for the Alliance. Although I wish we did less of that. But that's by far the hardest stuff that we do. My pets are these ships that you see up in orbit. It's me and a team of about 20 engineers put those together over the course of 2 or 3 years.
Those things are super slick. Like, I have never seen ingenuity like that before. You really got to show me those schematics, and I can show you all the things that I've made too. I mean, I mostly make droids, but I mean, I do some starship work, and yeah, she's just gonna kind of ramble on a bit.
Right. What is Nautilus doing in all this?
She's just kind of following around the middle, kind of like listening in on the conversations at the front and the back of the group.
Okay. All right, so you're.
And it's warm here. Yay, warm.
Yeah, it's very warm.
As a Twi'lek, that's not a problem.
Yeah, Kara's like in stormtrooper armor. It's getting a little hot.
Yeah, Kira's not terribly comfortable right now, but you do manage to get into the control room where there's a little bit more of a controlled environment there.
Oh, thank God. Thank the stars.
And as you walk in, immediately you notice a Togrutan that's sitting in the back of the room with his feet up on the table. Not Ali recognizes him as likely being the Captain Scavi that you talked about before. And the rest of you also come in.
What kind of mask is Damsel wearing? Like a gas mask or like a ninja mask?
Is that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, calling it a mask, it's just more like a very, very thin helmet, if that makes sense, like a flexible one. Like the what I'm picturing is the recon hood from Mass Effect.
Okay. I think I know what that looks like.
All right, have I got everybody on here?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, so Corsa says, all right, everybody have a seat. Let's get started. And you can see, in addition to Scavi and Hardin, there's a kind of an assembly of a few people from around here, a few people that look like they're kind of ne'er-do-wells from the area, probably